Hello, D-Gens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes. College basketball, March Madness, Sweet 16, best bets, locks, predictions, all that fun stuff. I, of course, am the Brofect1 AJ, joining me as always. Man with the numbers, sportsbook whisperer, college basketball guru, daddy of the diamond, all hail the king of the links, Mr. Noah Engelbretson. Noah, fucking great tournament it's been, eh? Minus the obvious.
Yeah, I was gonna say I beg to differ, but
I said minus the obvious, minus our boys, taking a fat L to Princeton.
oh God,
I know.
at least Saturday kind of, I was fully like there is no God, and then Saturday happened. There were some nice upsets, and I'm like, okay, maybe there's maybe God. I
Maybe.
don't know.
It was not fun to watch, though. Did have fun on the stream, though. Want to shout out to the over 5,000 people who came in and chilled with us for a little, watching some March Madness. Had a lot of fun. That was dope. So thank you guys for that. And hey, Noah, we got Sweet 16, baby. We got Sweet 16 action starting tomorrow. And then we roll right into the Elite Eight this weekend. I mean, bro, we're back at it finally after a 3-day break. I'm ready, man. I'm ready. You ready to do it?
All right. Yeah, we doing our picks for our little redemption bracket. It's a
Yes.
second chance bracket here.
Yeah, absolutely. I always am down for a redemption bracket because mine typically sucks ass. And it did this year, let me tell you, fucking miserable. But yeah, Noah, let's go ahead and move into it. Oh, shoot, I don't have it up. Where'd it go? All right, I'm just going off the list here, Noah, so tell me where I'm at in the bracket. But first game of the week on Thursday, we got Michigan State and Kansas State. Noah, we got Michigan State as a 1.5 point favorite, 7 and a 3 seed. I mean, both teams, I think, outperforming people's thoughts going into the tournament. Michigan State obviously just going on a run for themselves. Kansas State looking strong. How you feeling about this game, bud?
Yeah, I'm gonna preface this whole thing by saying, and there's probably a number of people who aren't gonna like this take at all, but I think like 6 of these games are over before they started,
Oh, yeah.
and 2 of them could go either way. This is one of the 2 that can go either way.
Yes.
Um, fuck, this is a hard one because I love what Jerome Tang's doing with this K-State team. I love the way they're playing. I apologize, Kansas State, for saying you were the most likely 3 seed.
Yes.
Although I did not pick any 3 seed to lose to a 14.
True.
But I did say if one was going to, Kansas State was the most likely. So I apologize to you for that. Not that any of the 3 seeds even lost, but GCU gave Gonzaga a run for their money. I think Xavier was fine against Kennesaw State.
Yeah.
Baylor was fine against UCSB, and Kansas State did fine against. Well, Montana State did hold it kind of close, but anyways, nonetheless, Kansas State beat Kentucky. They're fine. They're moving on. I love what Jerome Tang's doing with that program, but they are playing the one Big Ten team that seems to be competent. The one Big Ten team that seems to be competent. I believe are the only Big Ten team left.
I believe so, yeah. If not the only
Alabama,
one.
Arkansas, Alabama, SDSU, Creighton, Princeton, FAU, Tennessee, Kansas State, Michigan State, Houston, Miami, Xavier, Texas, Arkansas, UK. Yep, only Big Ten team left out of, 8, 9, however the fuck many made the tournament. And a 7 seed is the one that makes it. It sounds like the last 2-3 years for the Big Ten, last 2-3 tournaments, pretty much the same fucking thing happening. But Tom Izzo is the outlier. It's like I hate the Big Ten. I would pick against them all the time, but Tom Izzo's seems like, actually I will say Michigan too when they are when they actually make the tournament field. It's them and Michigan State seem to be the only Big Ten teams that can actually make it deep in the tournament. We knew this going in. Nothing has changed. That was a long-winded
Very
fucking
fucking
rant.
long, but
I'm going Kansas State by a couple points. I think it's gonna be a close game, but I'm taking Jerome Tang and Kansas State.
and of course, Noah, we have our first of many probably disagreements on the weekend. I'm going with Michigan State. Giving me the money line. I'll mess around with the points if I feel desperate live. But I think this Michigan State team is still firing on all cylinders, and they're looking to make a huge run in here in the tournament. I think they're playing for a little bit more, especially, with everything that's been going on lately. I think they're playing for a little bit more, and that's really showing in this tournament. So give me Michigan State money line, and I think I bet on K-State the one time I would, and that was in our last game against Kentucky. But yeah,
I also want to say too, like, I feel like the 4 teams left in this quadrant, like we could see any of the 4 of them in the Final Four.
yeah,
Yeah, same thing with the whatever shit. The bracket I have in front of me is not saying the regions. I think this is the East region. I think the West region we could also see probably any of those 4 teams emerging. Whereas like the South and the Midwest, I think are kind of a little more closed off.
yeah. Well, we'll see what happens there. Moving on, we are going to the West region of the bracket with Arkansas and UConn. UConn 4-point favorites. Not going to lie, Noah, kind of shocked to see Arkansas here. Obviously with the big upset over KU, right? Yeah, they kicked the shit out of them. But, hey,
Yeah.
it happens. UConn is a 4-point favorite going to this game. Total at 140. I mean, Noah, I'm sorry, but UConn has just shown up to the tournament and has shown that they are better than everyone in this quadrant, at least for right now. Give me UConn minus the 4, easy. I think they stomp on Arkansas.
Yeah, I mean, this is one team I'm not going to change my tune on. Obviously, I had UConn as a Final Four team. I had UConn in the championship. I had them losing to Marquette in the championship. Rest in peace, Marquette.
R.I.P.
But that doesn't take away from the fact that I had UConn in the championship. I now have them as my team to win the championship.
Wow.
So, yeah, and their route got that much easier with Arkansas upsetting Kansas.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And so they're going
to I think they win that game by 8 to 10 points, if I'm being honest.
Hey, get a live spread. I hit
and I love Arkansas. I love Arkansas. I love the Must Bus. Love what they're doing there, but yeah, I think UConn wins this by 8 to 10.
I don't know if I told you this, Noah. On Saturday morning, I took SDSU live alternate line at halftime minus 19.5 at plus 326.
Oh God,
Motherfucker hit it beautifully. So I'm feeling it. I'm probably gonna sprinkle an alternate line minus 9.5 on UConn. So let's ride, and then give me the over as well. First half, second half. I think UConn's gonna just pop off going in, and Arkansas is gonna try to stay with them in the first half, and then UConn is just gonna slowly pull away to a beautiful 10+ point lead. But
all right, so we both got UConn in the Elite Eight then.
Oh, absolutely. Easy money.
All right.
Moving on back to the East, Noah, we got our boys, the FAU Owls. They're playing the Vols, bro. They got Tennessee tomorrow. Jesus Christ. Tennessee 5-point favorites going into this game, 129.5. Noah, my Owls are kicking. Our Owls are kicking, bro. Like, they're getting in there. They're getting dirty. I like the way they've been playing. But Tennessee is here and reminding us this is why we're here. We should have been number 1 at some point. We're not. It's okay. We're back. How do you feel about this game?
I feel how if you follow my Twitter, you'd know how I feel about it. I did tweet out after Arizona lost. I said I'm an FAU fan until farther notice.
Love it.
And then I got, a little maybe drunk, washing away the Arizona sorrows, and started texting some people and said, bet FAU to make the Final Four.
believe it. I believe it. All right.
Granted, I had Oral Roberts beating FAU
I was about to
in
say,
this
what the hell?
Sweet 16 game. And this was after Oral Roberts got eliminated. I said FAU Final Four. This was before FAU even played Memphis, which a lot of people had Memphis winning. This was before Purdue lost, I think. It was just after Oral Roberts got beat by Duke pretty badly. I was
Pretty
like, all right.
rough.
I was like, all right, fuck it. FAU Final Four. Texted like at least 3 or 4 people that nobody
So,
listens to me. Nobody listens to me anyways. But I'm sticking to my Thursday night drunken stupor and I hate it because, like I said at the beginning, there's 2 of these games are toss-ups. The rest are pretty much gimmies. 2 being toss-ups are Kansas Kansas State, Michigan State, and then Gonzaga, UCLA. The rest should be like pretty much gimmies, including Tennessee being the pretty much gimme. But I'm a glutton for punishment, so I'm going FAU Final Four here. I don't care. We're taking FAU. They're probably going to get a nice money line on this game, I would imagine.
dude, yeah, I mean, you're looking
But
at plus 190 right now, and the money in the bets is leaning a little towards FAU, so I think it's going to chill around there. If you like the line at 5.5, though, try to get it as soon as possible, because if the money keeps steaming that way, we'll probably see a 4.5, 3.5 line, and that's when you start to get a little dangerous. But I'm riding with you, Noah. I love FAU plus the 5.5. I love the money line. I think this team is just going to outperform Tennessee. I think this might be almost a look-ahead spot for Tennessee where they're like, oh, we got to just run through FAU, no issue. And then they come out flat. FAU gets that early lead, and they stay in it until the end. And wouldn't be a surprise for a buzzer beater in this game. I think FAU is going to play them really tight, especially on defense. But I'm feeling it, bro. I'm feeling it. It's the year of the owl. I don't know if it actually is, but it's the year of the owl.
Yeah, I mean, my whole thinking with this is like, obviously Tennessee probably, one of the best, if not the best defensives in the entire country. But they don't pair that with a good offense.
No, that defense carries that team.
So when you got a situation like that, like if they can't build up a lead, so long as this game stays within 2 possessions, like it's never over. And I feel like that's what's going to happen. Like whoever is leading at any point in this game, I don't think it's ever going to get more than like a 6 or a 7 point lead.
No.
The entire game. And it's going to come down to who comes clutch down at the end. And Florida Atlantic, I think forget what the stat was that they threw up in the last game when they were playing FDU, but they're like 9-1 in 5-point games.
Yeah.
This team knows how to get it done in a close game. I do, like I said, I do think Tennessee is the obvious choice that you probably should be picking if you're smart, but
this isn't called smart takes, Noah.
It's called March Madness for a reason. So
not
you know
chaos,
what? Fuck
it's
it.
March.
We're going with FAU.
Hell
and the
bro.
Owls, baby.
Riding FAU. Leading to the last night of the game, Noah, we got Gonzaga and UCLA coming out of the West.
Last game of the night?
Last game of the night for Thursday night, and then we have the Friday night games.
No, you said last night of the game.
Gonzaga, UCLA, 1.5 point favorites going in. 145.5 is the total. Noah, if you were going to tell me that I was going to get Gonzaga as a puppy, not a dog, but a puppy, going into the Sweet 16, I would have told you that someone at the book was drunk. That's not March Madness. Gonzaga always gets a shitty number, but here we are with what I believe is a very reasonable number for this Gonzaga team. Not only reasonable for Gonzaga, but reasonable for this UCLA team and what this UCLA team has done so far in the tournament. I like the way they've been playing. I don't think they've been overly dominant, though, at any point in the tournament. Gonzaga has stepped up. They've been quiet all season. No one's really talked about them. Here they come, big bad Gonzaga. Can you give me one good reason not to take Gonzaga money line?
Yeah, this game's a complete toss-up. I mean, stay off this game betting completely. This is either a really good game or a really bad game, depending on what lens you look at it through. Do either of these teams deserve to be in the Elite Eight? I would say no. And that's probably a hot take considering it's a 2-3 matchup. But UCLA super banged up. Probably should have lost to Northwestern, but
Definitely
they got whatever. Gonzaga probably should have lost to TCU as well. Like this could have very well been a TCU Northwestern matchup.
Yeah.
We could have had two purple teams playing. I look at this as a bad matchup, right? You got a UCLA team that's completely beat up with injuries. They're not that good. They're a boring team to watch. And you got a Gonzaga team that's a one-man fucking show with Drew Timme and nobody else really does much.
Yeah.
Most years, this would be a very, 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 very exciting Sweet 16 matchup.
But it's just not.
I'm not excited at all. I'm not excited at all about this matchup this year.
No.
I think whoever wins this game is going to lose to UConn, or if Arkansas can pull a rabbit out of a hat, I think Arkansas actually makes the Final Four. I don't think either of these teams are Final Four worthy. If either of these teams do sneak into the Final Four, they're going to get absolutely blown out by Houston or Texas, or Miami or Xavier for that matter. God, I feel like this quadrant's wide open too, but I'm taking UCLA just from a defensive perspective. Like they still play really good defense, but I don't know. You got two very different styles of play between Gonzaga and UCLA.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with UCLA on this one, and it's funny because if UCLA didn't get such a cupcake walk to the Elite Eight, they could have easily been out in the second round.
No, absolutely. They should have been out in the second round still, in my opinion. But, Noah, I hate to do this, especially in March. I really, really fucking hate to do it. But I'm going to take the Zags. I'm going to take them money line. And I'm going to take them first half line, too. It's March, and so it's Gonzaga's time to shine. And I think for all the reasons you mentioned and more, UCLA...
Just not all the way.
Yes. Not all the way. They ain't winning the whole fucking thing. That's not happening.
Yeah, they'd love to make the Sweet 16 and oftentimes the Elite Eight. But going past that, I mean, every now and then the Final Four, maybe the championship, but, don't win it because that'd be too much.
Yeah, no, give me the Zags, though, money line to end the night. Nice little parlay. I might throw that together. Moving on. Last 4 games of the Sweet 16 because that's how math works out. To start us off, we got SDSU. San Diego State it's not going to. They're playing Alabama. All right, Alabama's a 7.5-point favorite going into this game. And they've been dominant. They've been dominant in this tournament. No which way about it. We're even seeing some line movement here. This opened at 7, now going to 7.5. And why? Because, oh no, it's not because of that. We'll talk about that in a moment. But it's hard not to bet on this Alabama team. It's hard not to think that they aren't going to be in the Natty at this point. But Noah, I fucking love what this SDSU squad is doing. I love everything about this squad. And I think 7.5 is a huge number in a Sweet 16 game. So I'm pulling something from your playbook. When it seems too high, take the dog. Give me SDSU plus the points. And also let me sprinkle just a little dabble on the money line.
Who's your pick to win the game, though?
Oh, fuck, I'm going to go SDSU. I'm going with the upset here. I don't think I know I said you can see Alabama winning it, but I don't see them winning it. I don't. I'm not one of those people. But I know other people are sitting out there fantasizing and jerking off to it, but I'm not that person, Kind of makes me go soft.
Okay. Well, I completely disagree. I feel like this is the easiest fucking lock. I don't even do they have Final Four odds still out on the books? Because I
can check on that for you. But go ahead.
I'm looking right now too, because if they got Bama Final Four odds at like even minus 300, I'm probably slamming that because
I'm not seeing Final Four on my book. I see region winners, which I guess is about as close as you can get to it.
that's the same fucking thing.
Well, Noah, again, right there, bud. You're killing me.
And Alabama at minus 150, I think, is an absolute fucking lock. They got to win 2 games. One against SDSU, where they're, already a 7.5 point favorite. And then they got to beat the winner of Creighton and Princeton. Like,
The Jays are flying. The Princeton book thumpers are going hard. The librarians are killing it right now. I don't know what their mascot is, so I'm just making shit up right now.
Yeah, not worried. I mean, I love San Diego State. They've been a great team this year, but Alabama's just too good unless for some reason Brandon Miller gets, something happens with that, which I don't anticipate anything happening anytime soon with that. They're just, they have the easiest fucking route to the Final Four. They have the easiest route to the championship out of anybody. They haven't played anybody. They've played.
This is
who did they play? Who did they play in the first round?
That's the thing.
Texas
I can't
A&M,
even tell you.
Corpus Christi.
Yeah, A&M, Corpus Christi, Maryland.
And then they played Maryland.
Stomped the shit out of them.
And then they get SDSU, who isn't a joke, but you're not going to play any team that's a joke in the Sweet 16. But as far as Sweet 16 teams go, they get SDSU, and then they win, and they get the winner of Creighton and Princeton. I mean, this is an all-time cupcake 4 games to get to the Final Four for Alabama. They're going to do it no problem. And then they're going to get probably then they're getting FAU, Tennessee, Kansas State, or Michigan State. Alabama is getting handed on a silver platter every single opponent they're playing so far. We'll see if it continues, but
maybe this was the scriptwriter's plan all along,
There is no God.
There is no God. Not with
Which
Alabama
is what I said after.
Natty.
Which is what I said after Arizona lost, and now Alabama, who's probably the most hated team in college basketball right now, for good reason. They should be.
Very good reason.
They're somehow going to win the national championship because nothing's right in this world, and why would that be?
Hey, it's going to be like that Gators team with Tebow, Hernandez, and the Pouncey brothers.
Pouncey brothers didn't do anything wrong. But...
True, they didn't do anything wrong, but they were still on the team.
And Tebow didn't either.
Tebow never does anything wrong. Moving along, Noah, next game on the night, we got Miami and Houston in a game that I don't think will need a lot of conversation. The U are 7-point dogs against Houston, total 138.5. Noah, something's funny about Miami, and the funny thing about Miami is they're never back. Even when you think they're back, they're never back. I think 7 is a perfect line. Give me Houston, give me -7, and then give me an alternate spread -14.5. Dog walks them. Dog walks them. Absolute dog walk. They'll put a leash on them. Yeah, Houston. They're going to dog walk them. Come on, this is the easiest game of the weekend here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going with Houston. But I mean, it's a tough one for me because I have been on Miami all season. And I did say too, when I was going back and forth with our original picks, I was like, I'm kind of nervous about Miami just because of injuries. But I did say if Miami's healthy, they're making the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
No question about it. No question about it. I was like, they're making it out of their little quadrant there of 4 teams if they're healthy. And they've proven to be healthy enough. And I think there's a chance they could beat Houston, but And I do think Houston's going to crack at some point. I don't think they're going to win the national
No,
championship.
not this game though.
Yeah, no. I mean, you don't lose to Temple and then win the national championship.
No, that's not how this works.
But
it is March.
I think this is going to be a very, very close game. I would probably take Miami on the points, but I'm taking Houston to win still.
There we go. Next game on the docket, Princeton Tigers and the Creighton Blue Jays. Blue Jays, they're 10.9.5 point favorites, depending on the book you're using. Some of them are posting it at 9.5 because Princeton has got 62% of the bets and a shit ton of money on them. I don't care. I don't think that spread is high enough. Give me the Creighton Blue Jays in an absolute blowout, sending Princeton back to the library.
What'd you say the spread was at?
9.5, 10.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is one of those funny things where, like some of these teams, like St. Peter's last year, where they just keep going and then they make the Elite Eight and then get absolutely fucking clapped at some point.
Clapped.
And I don't know if that's going to be this game for Princeton. Who knows? Somehow maybe they do what St. Peter's does and they beat out Creighton, and then they're playing Alabama in the Elite Eight game. That one I would bet on Bama to win by 35 points because, and the spread's only gonna be like 11, but
yeah, 12.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm totally in favor of like keep betting on these 15, 16 seeds to get clapped when they're making tournament runs because eventually, like that's the thing too we've seen in recent years. Like they've won some games, but it seems like every time that they hit that game where they lose, they get absolutely blown out. It's not like a close loss.
No, all of their weaknesses are exposed. You see every reason why they shouldn't have been in the tournament and why they were a 15 or a 16 seed. Just like their worst qualities come out in those games. I'm with you. I think this is that game though. Give me Creighton by 1 billion. But
yeah, I'm not opposed to that at all.
All right, let's keep it moving then.
Although I will be cheering for Princeton because the farther they make it, the less bad that looks on us. So.
Yeah, no, I get that too. Moving on, last game we're covering tonight, Sweet 16 action. Xavier, Texas, a 3 and a 2. Texas 4-point favorites coming into this game. Over under 149. Noah. Sean Miller making it back to the Sweet 16. Not in the Arizona red and blue, but here he is. I hate Texas.
Don't give Sean Miller any fucking cred.
I hate Texas though, Noah. I think they're fake. I don't think they're back. Horns down, all that fun stuff. But damn, do they look good right now.
But don't give Sean Miller any cred.
You don't want any flowers for Sean?
No, these are not his recruits. And yeah, he admitted he changed up his like coaching style, but yeah, it took a fucking shit ton to do that. Let's not forget all the first, second round Sweet 16 exits we had under Sean Miller. He made a couple of Elite Eights, but never made the Final Four. We lost in the first or second round way too many times, which is why I'm like, people starting to talk shit on Tommy Lloyd for losing this season. I'm like, who cares? Like the amount of times we lost, early with like 2 or 3 seeds or 4 seeds under Sean Miller. These aren't even his players that he recruited. It doesn't matter. We'll see what he can do in the long run, but No. I'm not fully bought in on Texas either, which is why this makes it a little bit tough for me. But I do think Texas wins this game. I'm going with Texas to win this game. Xavier doesn't play fucking defense, so
Yeah, I just wanted to piss you off about Sean Miller. I'm riding Texas too, minus the 4. I don't think Xavier's got it in the tank anymore.
Sean Miller's a bitch.
Sean Miller's a bitch. You heard it here first. Well, Noah, that wraps up the Sweet 16. That wraps up our bets for the night. Feeling good. Feeling about for some chaos, but feeling good.
AJ.
Yo.
I just got to say, We got to run through the rest of our redemption bracket. No game analysis, just picks.
All right, hit me up.
Okay, so we've got our Sweet 16 games picked. Who do you have going to the Final Four?
Final Four, give me UConn. Give me FAU. Give me Houston. And Creighton.
All right. I mean, I got Houston and UConn. I got Bama. And, yeah, against my better judgment, I have FAU. I already said that. I think Tennessee probably beats them. Tennessee probably makes the Final Four
Probably.
here. But, I'm going FAU because I want to be different. I want to defy it. So, but yeah. I got Bama, FAU, Houston, UConn, Bama over UConn. Or no, UConn over Bama in the national championship. Who you got in the national
Bama
championship?
and Natty. I got Houston and UConn in the Natty. I believe that's how that works, right? Nope.
That's not possible.
Nope. I got UConn, and Creighton in the Natty, and I got UConn winning the whole thing.
All right.
Let's roll. Get your
Broncos country.
Broncos
Let's
country.
ride.
Let's ride. But no, with that being said, you got anything else to say about the Sweet 16, March Madness, or anything like that? Obviously, when we get to the Final Four and the Natty, we will cover that as well. But no, you got anything else for the Sweet 16?
No, I'm just disappointed with the teams that made it.
I'm sad too, Noah.
For the most part, not all of them. I mean, shout out FAU. The rest of you can all fuck off. Actually, shout out Kansas State too. But yeah, the rest of you can all fuck off.
All of y'all can fuck right off. No, I feel the same way. I'm going to try to stop this recording now because my computer's freaking out. But hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thank you for making us one of the fastest growing sports shows on Rumble. We're up to 52 subs now, bro. Shout out to each and every single one of you. If you want to join, hey, please hit the like, share, and subscribe. 246 on YouTube. Shout out to all of you guys too. But hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching again. I've been the Brofect1 AJ. That's the Money Train Noah, and we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes. Okay, it's not stopping recording. I don't know what to do now. I'm not going to lie. I've never had this happen to me before. And like, it's still working. It's still functioning. I just can't click on anything, Noah. Control R maybe? Nope, that doesn't do anything. And it's still recording us. Like, that's why I'm still talking to you right now, because this is arguably the oddest. Oh, was it that way? What is the issue, dog? Can I close out of it? No.